The Sholo Cougars and the Alchese Falcons at the 3A state tournament.
You know, it happens so often we just sometimes take it for granted. It really is quite outstanding if you think about it. And now at Sholo Ford, we're excited to tell you the Ford F-Series continued to be the best-selling truck in America for the 46th consecutive year in 2022. It outsold the Chevrolet Silverado, its closest competitor, by over 140,000 trucks. It outsold the number 3 brand, the Ram Trucks, by over 185,000 trucks. In fact, there was a new F-Series truck sold every 49 seconds in 2022. Now that's a lot of trucks. At Sholo Ford, we know that does not come by accident. Ford continues to take the lead in innovation. The F-150 Lightning, Ford's electric truck, was the #1 volume electric truck. Not only that, but we think Ford builds a pretty darn good-looking truck. And I guess America agrees. The proof is in the numbers. Come check them out at Sholo Ford. We're on the east end of the Deuce. Thank you. Numbers from Detroit Free Press, January 5th, 2023.
With Choice Broadband, you can now get an even better internet plan for your home. Our fastest speeds are only $49.99 per month for the first 6 months. You can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband network for our lowest price yet. Visit one of our Choice NTUA wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio. Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at SportsZone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Everybody, welcome into Northland Basketball. Here at the Sports Zone, it's presented by Choice Broadband. And we welcome you to what is a rocking Veterans Memorial Coliseum in downtown Phoenix, the site of the 3A state semifinals and championship round of play for this year's basketball season. And we're just about ready to wrap up the season. It is the semifinals. And right now, the Alchese Lady Falcons are being introduced to an audience that includes a lot of Falcon fans. It's going to be exciting tonight here at the Coliseum. In a moment, they'll introduce the starting lineup for the Window Rock Lady Scouts. So what you have here is you've got the number 5 seed Window Rock against number 8 Alchese. And it is our privilege to bring it to you here at the Sports Zone. Now, if you're watching on our YouTube feed, obviously, you know by now you're only hearing the audio. And that graphic that's on the screen, that's going to stay just that way on the screen. So, unfortunately, we don't have the ability for you to be able to watch the live video. You have to subscribe to the NFHS in order to do that. And in fact, if you are interested in doing that, I am going to attempt to put a link up for you on the YouTube, in the YouTube feed in the chat section, so that you can join us for the live broadcast. But once again, we thank you for joining us, everybody, as Window Rock gets set to take on Alchesay in this girls 3A state semifinal. The winner of this game is going to play tomorrow in the championship, and the team that they'll face, how about this? How about the Chinle Cougars? Chinle knocked off the Chinle Wildcats. 41-35 was the final score in that girls semifinal game, and that was played right here at the Coliseum, and it was just earlier this afternoon. So we know some of what the championship round of play is going to be like tomorrow. We know one of the girls teams and one of the boys teams. Just a few minutes ago, right here on this floor, it was a victory for Valley Christian over Yuma Catholic, and they are headed to the championship game. Here is the opening tip of this girls game. It's controlled by Alchesay, and we're underway, everybody, with this broadcast of Northland basketball. The 3A state playoffs are underway. The Arizona Interscholastic Association Final Four for the girls, and already this thing is getting intense as Sherelle Yazzie for Window Rock scrambles for a ball. It gets loose, and then a pass goes out of bounds by Window Rock. That is going to go out of bounds, and it will belong to the Alchesay Falcons. Welcome in, everybody. And a nice pass that finds Jalen Nashio under the basket for the Lady Scouts, or rather the Falcons, and they've got the first points of the game. So it's 2-0. Alchesay in front. We have not yet completed the first minute of action in this girls semifinal playoff game. A pass inside to Window Rock's Jada Brown. She couldn't handle it. It's loose on the ground. And after a couple of ladies dive on top of that thing, it's a jump ball. It should be Window Rock's ball for an inbound, and it will be. Let's check the starting lineup for the Lady Scouts. Here's Maya Bell-Bigay throwing it in. She gets it in to Sherelle Yazzie for a three-point try. That's going to be off the mark. So you've got Maya Bell and Sherelle. Also starting in this game, DeVay Willie is in that lineup, Jada Brown. And then one of the greats in the entire state, that number 22, Melicia Nelson, a Window Rock starter in this game. Here is Alchesay. The drive, the spin toward the basket by Janet Sanchez. And she will try to get a pass inside. Tried to get a pass inside to, well, where was she looking? She was looking at Jaslyn Ozzie, I believe. Anyway, a foul on Window Rock, and now the inbound does come in. Nosey now to the corner. Jalen Nashio, who had that opening score a moment ago, misses from three, and the Lady Scouts get the rebound. Jada Brown on the drive, and it's knocked out of her hands. And in fact, she lost it out of bounds. So that's a turnover. So I just posted a link under Sports Zone Radio in the comment section. That yellow tab, that's us. I believe it'll show up yellow on your screen. If you want to subscribe to the NFHS and watch this game and the rest of the playoffs, that would include tonight's Monument Valley boys game and tomorrow's championships. As we watch Melicia Nelson step up to the plate and hit a home run, a big three-point basket, and Window Rock has their first lead of the game. 3-2, Window Rock in front of Alchesay on the drive, and gathering in contact is Cheyenne Massey. The lady that commits the foul is Melicia Nelson. So Melicia picks up her first foul of the game at 5:56 on the clock in the first quarter. It is Window Rock 3, Alchesay 2, and Cheyenne Massey misses the first foul shot for the Lady Falcons. If you click on that link that I gave you, that's going to basically send you to our It's going to send you to our page on the NFHS network. And then if you scroll down, there are some games that we've already done. If you click on any one of those games, it is going to ask you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And we would ask you to do it that way. And then you subscribe. And then you don't have to watch that game. You can then search for this game. Look for either Windrock or Alchese, and you'll see the live game come up. But if you'll subscribe that way, it'll give credit to the Sports Zone, and we could certainly use that. So if you possibly can, use that link, like I said, and subscribe through our page. Well, Jada Brown just hit a big three for Windrock. That's what you heard the crowd erupting on a couple of seconds ago. And now a steal by the Lady Scouts. And they've got the basketball with the lead. 6-2, Windrock in front of Alchese. Jada Brown into the paint. She tries to power one up there, and it gets knocked out of her hands. The officials deemed that was not contact for a foul, so the Falcons pick up that loose ball, and here they go. Jaslyn Nosey guarded by Milicia Nelson. She gets a screen, and then a beautiful pass inside. Another dish, and that's going to roll off too strong. Well, Corey Kosei, or was it, it was actually Cameron Nachu had the shot, but it didn't go in. And a beautiful pass. Is that Milicia Nelson? Delivering to Sherelle Yazzie, I believe it was. And Sherelle gets the shot. 8-2 is our score. Northland basketball, presented by Choice Broadband, the 3A state semifinals. And Windrock jumping out early with a 6-point lead over Alchese and a timeout. Stand by.
You may qualify for free internet with Choice Broadband. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
Well, I have no idea why we have the direct audio of the scoreboard buzzer. And, I'm a pretty good sound tech kind of guy, pretty good networking guy, and I have no idea why we have the scoreboard buzzer feeding into our audio. Let's hope that we can correct that. That's the craziest thing I've heard. Halfway mark of the first quarter from the timeout. Windrock has the basketball, and they're going to work it to the corner. DeVay Willie for a three-point try. And that will not go in for Windrock. But the Scouts are going to get the rebound, and it's Milicia Nelson in the corner. She'll throw it across the paint to Sherelle Yazzie, and Sherelle's shot no good. She got it back, tried again, still missed. And then finally, it's out of bounds off of the Falcons. Just when it looked like the official was going to point in the direction of the Windrock basket, meaning the Alchese possession, Windrock gets the ball. And working to Milicia Nelson for a three-point try. It's no good. Rebound, Falcons, and they got the basketball. So let's look at the Falcon 5 right now, as that was a questionable dribble just a moment ago. And a second chance basket for Jaslyn Nosey off of a miss from her teammate. Our score is 8-4, Windrock in front. But a basket for the Falcons. You got Jaslyn Nosey out there. Cheyenne Massey is on the floor right now. So is Jalen Nashio. Also out there, Davelin Brown. And then the last of the starters, or rather the current lineup, is Jenith Sanchez. And there's a ball tied up. Milicia Nelson, or is it DeVay? DeVay Willie had the ball. Yeah, there's that. There it is again. I have no idea at the moment how to account for the reason, how to account for why we've got that in our audio. But I'm going to do whatever I can to get rid of it from our audio. There's a ball, a shot, Didn't go in. Look at Corey Kosei, who just came into the game. She missed a shot, and then it was rebounded by the Lady Scouts, and Corey just chased it down and took it right back for a shot attempt for her team, but they could not make the shot. And it's Winterrock on the rebound and on the run. DeVay Willie, between two defenders, was able to draw some contact. We'll see if it's Jazz or if it's Davelin. And you know what? Neither one of them. Neither one of those ladies. It was Jalen Nashio. Well, okay, if you say so. That's all I'm going to say. If you say so, then that's fine. DeVay Willie. And her shot's no good. Into the game for the Falcons comes Andrea Suttle. And the foul shot is no good. DeVay had 2 foul shots, missed them both. And the rebound did come down to Winterrock. Bounce pass intended for Mayabel Begay, and that is going to be taken away. The Falcons get a steal and a travel. Well done by Melissa Nelson on a pass that came into the middle of the court to Jaslyn Nez, or Jaslyn Nosey. Melissa coming in from behind was able to get a hand in there and keep her from dribbling, and that ended up resulting in a travel. Ball gets batted around into backcourt. That was Nosey with a good defense, but Winterrock did recover, and they've got the ball with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Jada Brown. Outside, Melissa. Blind pass to Sherelle Yazzie underneath. Sherelle throws that up, misses it. The follow, though, is good for Mayabel Begay. The first 4 shots from the field for Winterrock all belong to different ladies, and a steal by Mayabel. She took it away from Janet Sanchez. And it's taken right back by Jaslyn Nosey. Good job. She was able to strip the ball and then take it in against 2 defenders for the bucket. That's her second basket of the game. 10-6 with 43 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and a steal. Jenna Sanchez intercepted a long pass, and then her long pass was thrown out of bounds. She threw it over.
In for window 1, number 54 to Chinle Allen. Timeout, window wrong.
Timeout taken by Winterrock here with 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Coach Gabby Whitney grabbing the timeout with her team in front, 10-6. And wanting to finish out the quarter strong. Settle the ladies down. Get back to the fundamentals that gave them the lead in the first place. On the other side, Coach Sanchez and his team have ratcheted up the intensity. And part of that, I think, is do everything they can to make sure they keep their fans engaged early on this one. These Alchese fans have come out. I mean, they're on fire. And, the first 15 minutes before tip-off, most of that time was spent with this crowd at a fever pitch already before the game had even seen its first minute played. So our score here is Winterrock 10, Alchese 6. Coming up after this game, we will have for you our live radio coverage, radio-only coverage on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app, plus on several stations across the Navajo Nation and on YouTube. It's audio only on YouTube, as you can see. We don't have live video. You have to go to the NFHS network and subscribe to do that. If you go to our link that we have posted and you click on that, if you scroll down the page, you can select any of those games that we've already broadcast. If you click on one of them, then it will prompt you to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you can search for this game. If you'll do it that way, then the Sports Zone receives much needed credit on the NFHS network. By the way, after a foul committed by the Falcons, 2 shots for Sherelle Yazzie, and she's got her second point on a free throw, and this one will bounce around and go in, and it's now 12-6 with 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Janet Sanchez for the Falcons brings it up to Corey Kosei. She'll drop a pass back to Jaslyn Nosey. 15 seconds on the clock. Jaslyn in the paint. Jazz, the shot. It's no good. And Devlin Brown, who had the rebound for a moment, had it knocked away by Maya Belbegay. She then picked it up and was fouled in backcourt.
Also number 4, Andrea Suttle.
Andrea Suttle is the lady that committed the foul for the Falcons. A bad pass is picked off by the Falcons. Alicia Nelson's pass got picked off. And then there was contact, and then you'll hear it, there's a lot of boos from the crowd. Don't like it a whole lot. We're gonna grab us a timeout, everybody. We thank you for joining us on our broadcast of the 3A state semifinals. Whoa, let's turn that down. Get a little adjustment on the audio. We've had a few audio issues, but we're working on it, and we're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, Window Rock 12, Alchesay 6. Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband in the 3A state semifinal. Stand by.
Max your tax.
Max your tax refund with the car guys you know and can trust at Sholo Ford and Sholo. Take advantage of Guy Hatch's special volume pricing, Ford factory incentives, and max your tax refund to lower your payments. Max your tax and defer your payment. Max your tax as a down payment. Max your tax to max your trade allowance. Max your tax and get in that vehicle of your dreams. Sholo Ford will show you how. Whatever you're looking for, we probably have it in stock. Not only new Fords, but affordable cash cards to monster trucks, most makes and models. At Sholo Ford, we have the inventory and selection, with shipments coming in every day to help the demand that comes at tax refund time. Because there's no better time to buy, because you can max your tax. Max your tax refund. Lower your payment, defer it, or add it to your trade. And here at Sholo Ford, we'll help you with every step of the way. Check us out on the east end of the Deuce or at sholoford.com.
Second quarter is underway, everybody. And the Window Rock Fighting Scouts lead Alchesay in this girls' 3A state semifinal playoff game, 12-6. Janet Sanchez posted up, turn around, shot is no good. Good rebound by Andrea Suttle. And her pass to the corner is tipped out of bounds by Window Rock's defense. So it'll be an inbound play for Suttle and the Falcons, and it comes in to Jaslyn. She gets into the paint, wraparound pass, and a nice reverse lay-in. That was a well-executed set play, and Devlin Brown with the bucket, and now a steal, a takeaway for the Falcons, and that's taken right back by Melissa Nelson, and she'll throw it to Jaslyn Nosey. So they're just trading it back and forth. Beautiful no-look pass across the paint by Jazz to Corey Kosei. And Window Rock grabs their second first-half timeout because the Avalanche is starting right now. The Falcons have not gotten the lead back, but they're getting there. It's 12-10. Back-to-back buckets for the Falcons. This is Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
With Choice Broadband, you can now get an even better internet plan for your home. Our fastest speeds are only $49.99 per month for the first 6 months. You can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband network for our lowest price yet. Visit one of our Choice NTUA wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
Again, these teams trading the ball back and forth. The Falcons had it for a moment. A steal from Alicia Nelson. Scouts are in business. And they've got a 2-point lead. Nelson lobs it to the baseline, and a jump shot is up. It's no good. And there's going to be a whistle, and we're going to get a 2-shot foul, I believe. Hold on, it's going the other direction. Devay Willie committed a foul. This was on the shot by Chinle Allen, who has come in for Window Rock. And so after the foul, here's an opportunity. If the Falcons can hit a 3 right here on this possession, well, there's your lead right there. They can tie it inside the arc. 12-10 Window Rock. 2 minutes into the second quarter, and Jada Brown with a beautiful block shot on a Corey Kosei layup. Loose ball is traded again a couple of times, but finally Window Rock has it. Alicia Nelson racing up the floor. Throws it across the paint. To Shyla Allen, had it blocked by Davelin Brown. Falcons scrambling for it. And Sherelle Yazzie rips it away from Jaslyn Nosey. So once again, Window Rock has the basketball. These teams are getting intense and physical and playing like it's possibly their last game of the year. Hey, that's what the playoffs are all about, right? Here's Jada Brown, lowers the shoulder and goes into the paint. That's a call that could have gone either way. That's going to be a blocking foul on Davelin Brown. I would not have argued if they would have called that on Jada, because she did lower the shoulder to get in there. Davelin was shuffling backwards to try to keep pace with her on defense. Davelin ended up on the ground. It'll be a non-shooting foul. Inbound, and from the right corner, the jump shot is no good for Sherelle Yazzie. And here is a whistle. And a foul. Suttle has committed her second foul of the game now. Inbound to Sherelle. Now Devay Willie tries to go on the baseline, and she is pushed for a Falcon foul. That's Suttle again. That's 3 on her. So now Coach Sanchez is going to have to really relieve Suttle of her responsibilities for a while. So he'll get somebody up off the bench. Who's it going to be? It is going to be Teresa Elizondo.
Her first 17 foul.
Corey Kosei has called for her first foul of the game. It's a shooting foul. And Shyla Allen connects on it.
Checking in for the Falcons, number 12, Teresa Elizondo.
Shyla makes the shot. It's a 3-point Window Rock lead, and she'll have another one. Shyla, one of those who gets a little jump shot at the free throw line, and it works to perfection for Shyla. She makes both of those, and it's now 14-10. Here's a drive, and it's lost by Jaslyn Nosey up the floor and off the glass. Alicia Nelson misses the shot. I need to pause 10 seconds for a station ID, everybody. You're listening to Mix 98 KRFM Show Low. That's the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio across the White Mountains. Here's a ball, a dish across the paint, and a drive to the basket with a Window Rock foul. Sherelle Yazzie picks up the foul.
Number 25
for the Scouts.
2 shots.
And the first foul shot for Ramona Gregg is good. And Ramona will get another one. That one is off the mark. So that shot's not going to count. 14-11. Window Rock in front. of Alchese. It's Malicia Nelson. And her lob is behind Jada Brown. Right there to pick it up, Corey Kosei for the Falcons. And they are going to try to see if they can cut more of that lead down. Trailing by 3 right now. The pull-up jumper will rim off there. No good on the shot by Jalen Nashio. Oh, nice. Drive, dish, and assist to Malicia Nelson, to Shyla Allen. Going to the basket, made the layup. Scouts lead by 5 again. In the paint, Jaslyn, the turnaround, too much on it. And it rolls off, rebound to Shyla Allen. Shyla has come in off the bench and she's made some plays for the Scouts. Jada Brown with the ball in the corner. Outside on the left angle. And Sherelle Yazzie got smacked around a little bit for a Jaslyn Nosey foul. Jaslyn has committed her first personal foul of the game. Well, as you're out there listening, are you getting any sense of the intensity of the crowd here? This is a 1-and-1 for Sherelle Yazzie. Sherelle leads the game scoring-wise, both teams. She's outscored everybody. 5 points in the game right now for Sherelle. She's on a string of 3 straight foul shots made, 3 of 3 in the game. And she'll get another one right here. So now 4 out of 4 for Sherelle. And a steal. Yazzie's got it. Sherelle took it right back on, right after the inbound. The pass up the floor was taken away. Jada Brown in the paint, fighting for it, and tied up by Cheyenne Massey of Alchese. That was great defensive play by Cheyenne. So that'll be a jump ball. They'll turn it over the other direction, and here comes the inbound for the Falcons. Winter-Rock, they fake the full court press like faking a blitz, and they drop back into their half-court defense. Man-to-man Winter-Rock defense. And Sherelle Yazzie picks up Jalen Nashio. She got a screen, went by her, and the layup attempt is no good for Jalen. And trouble in backcourt. Good defense. Cheyenne Massey steals it. A 3 on the way, and that's going to be out of bounds. The Falcons had a shot at it. They got the steal. And then they got a 3-point look for Jalen Nashio, but it did not go in. Out of bounds to Winter-Rock. The Scouts lead 18-11. Took a little time to get the inbound play set. The officials held it up for a moment, and now Winter-Rock has it. They'll bring it across that. That defense by the Falcons, once they start to hit another gear, I mean, it is so intense, so fast. They fly to the ball. And if the Scouts can take advantage of it, because they'll get oftentimes 3 different ladies right at the attack, and they get there so quick, they smother the ball handler, and it usually works out for them. Problem is, if it doesn't work out, you've got a couple of ladies open. We'll see if Winter-Rock's able to take advantage of that at all. Meanwhile, Alchese's got the ball, and a couple of shot attempts for Cheyenne Massey, and she couldn't make either one of them. And after the rebound, Winter-Rock will bring it across. Malicia Nelson, now left side to Jada Brown, and a 3 on the way from the corner. That's too much. Too much from DeVay Willie, but Sherelle Yazzie got the ball back, and she's got a jump shot attempt from the right side. That's no good. Offensive rebound and put back under the basket is good by Malicia Nelson. Nelson with the shot. And the Falcons grab a timeout. What a game we got going on. Let's get your word in from our presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio. Player of the game, that's White Mountain Regional Medical Center. 1:33 left in the half. Winter-Rock 20, Alchese 11.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
20-11, that's your score. Windrock in front of the Alta State Falcons. The winner of this game plays in the 3A Girls State Championship game tomorrow. That will be at 3 o'clock. No, 4 o'clock, pardon me on that. 4 o'clock here at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. And we know who they're going to play. They're going to play the Sholo Cougars. Sholo has had a marvelous season for their first-year head coach, Christy Francis. And Sholo has had a magical playoff run, including today's win over the Chinle Wildcats. Final score 41-35. So Sholo has advanced in the girls' bracket. They'll play in the championship. Valley Christian beat Yuma Catholic 71-62 in the boys' game earlier today. So the top seed for the boys, Valley Christian, will play for the championship tomorrow against either number 6 Monument Valley or number 7 American Leadership Academy of Ironwood. That game scheduled for a 7:30 start tonight. That's not going to happen. Closer to 8 o'clock. And we're also going to broadcast our radio broadcast of that here on YouTube, on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app as well. This game is being heard in the White Mountains on Mix 98 KRFM. So folks, anybody that's listening there, thank you for joining us.
Fouls number 23, Sherelle Yazzie.
Looks like Sherelle Yazzie has just picked up her second foul of the game. If I was coach, I would get her off the floor. Of course, I am not going to question Gabby Whitney, but I think I would get Sherelle out of the game for the rest of the half, the final 50 seconds. Hate to see her get that third personal foul. Right now she's covering Jaslyn Nosey. And Jaslyn working her way down, scoops one up, missed the shot, and it's Sherelle Yazzie with the rebound. Somebody asked us, Sports Zone Radio, why is there no audio on NFHS? I can't answer that question. I don't know. That's a completely separate production of us here at the semifinals and championship game. That is handled by somebody completely different. And I have no idea what's going on with their broadcast. I just know that that's the only place to watch the sanctioned live video. I see also somebody out there saying that others are going live on TikTok or however they're going live. Well, that's not supposed to happen. I'm not saying that anybody is particularly going to get in trouble for that, but you're not allowed to broadcast in any way the live video of the semifinals or finals. That is territory strictly belonging to the NFHS network. And we do some work with them, but we're not allowed to do the semis or the finals. As Alchese gets Jaslyn Nosey to the foul line for a pair of foul shots. That one is good. So it's now 20-12 Windrock and 12.9 seconds remaining in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report is on the way. That shot was good, 10 seconds. Scouts get it across. Boy, dangerous pass, but Melissa Nelson with a good catch. And a good pass. She feeds Mayabel Begay under the basket for what is the final shot of the half. And the Lady Scouts have got to be very pleased with themselves, their effort. Their coach, Gabby Whitney, and her ladies closed out strong. And they'll get a 9-point advantage going into halftime. How much fun are you having out there? Because I will promise you this, it is a lot of fun right now here at the Coliseum, Veterans Memorial Coliseum, the former home of the Phoenix Suns, the former home of the Phoenix Mercury, and right now the home of the Arizona Interscholastic Association's 3A state semifinals and tomorrow's championships as well. Well, stick around because we'll break it down for you. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report is on the way. This is Northland basketball into the playoffs, presented here by Choice Broadband. Stand by.
may qualify for free internet with Choice Broadband. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
Driving home a new Ford truck is more affordable than you might think. At Chinle Ford, you can lease a new 2022 Ford F-150 Super Crew STX for only $529 a month. Drive home a new 2022 Ranger STX Super Crew for only $399 a month. We have great lease terms and finance rates on all of our Ford trucks. Our expert sales consultants can help you shape the best option for you and customize a deal that's specifically designed to meet your individual needs. And at the same time, get you in a new Ford truck at a payment you can afford. Because that's what we do at Chinle Ford. Yep, driving home a new Ford truck is more affordable than you might think. Come visit us and check out all the options on the ground and on the way. Let us get to work for you at Chinle Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Or visit us at ChinleFord.com. All offers on approved credit. Payments based on 36-month lease. 10,500 miles per unit, 3,400 to 4,800 to its $645 acquisition fee, plus tax, license, and processing fee. See dealer for complete details.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Happy New Year from Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Just in time for our Valentine's special, we are introducing our new business partner, Cattleman's Steakhouse. Yeehaw! With every insured replacement, you can take your sweetheart out for the best prime rib on the mountain. Or choose salmon, sirloin steak, cod, pork chops, chicken, or a variety of other delicious dinners.
You are the best, honey.
And with the Valentine's special, you also get 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters. And this year, you could take your Valentine to a VIP experience to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. That's right, we're giving away 2 premium VIP tickets to see George Strait, Chris Stapleton, and Little Big Town live in Phoenix, including VIP parking.
Yes!
Don't miss out on our best Valentine special.
536-5972, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back. Woohoo!
Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Halftime as we bring you back into our courtside location at Veterans Memorial Coliseum, the site of the 3A state semifinals. The Arizona Interscholastic Association playoffs are going to conclude tomorrow for the 3A teams and the 2A teams. How about I give you an idea of what we know already, okay? So in the boys' 3A state playoff bracket, number 1 seeded Valley Christian will face either Monument Valley or American Leadership Academy of Ironwood in the championship game. Valley Christian came up with a 71-62 victory. And congratulations to that Valley Christian team and the program that knows how to get there. And they are the defending 3A state champions. They get to play for it again tomorrow. How about in the girls' bracket? We know that the Sholo Lady Cougars defeated Chinle earlier today, 41-35. Sholo did a great job playing against the sixth man today. You couldn't hardly hear the Sholo fans in the crowd, but you could definitely hear the Chinle crowd. It was massive, and they were loud, and they had some effect, I think, on the psyche of Sholo, but Sholo got themselves together and overcame all of that. They got the win. They held on strong at the end to get that victory over the Wildcats. Again, the final 41-35. Let's take a look as well at the two-way championship for tomorrow in the girls' championship game, which will be played at noon tomorrow. The top-seeded Phoenix Country Day will take on number 3 Pima. Pima beat Sedona Red Rock by 15. Nope, other way around. That was Phoenix Country Day that beat Sedona Red Rock by 15. And then let's see, Pima beat San Carlos 48-42. The number 2 team falling to number 3 in that part of the bracket. One more time for the two-way. Let's look at the boys and what they have tomorrow. The boys' championship game will feature number 2 Pima. So both the Pima boys and girls will be in the championship games. Number 2 Pima versus number 8 Highland Prep, who beat Phoenix Christian today. 60-45 was the final score. Sir, Floyd Simmons is my name. Glad to meet you. Let me know if the volume on that is okay.
It's perfect. I can hear you just clear.
The newly installed president of the Great Navajo Nation joins us now. That's Boo Nygren. Good to meet you.
Hey, good to meet you. I am jumping up and down on this seat, and it's been a lot of fun, and it's so great to see so many of my constituents, the Navajo people out here.
How about that crowd during the Chinle game earlier? It was a disappointing loss for the Lady Wildcats, of course, but this place was rocking.
This place was rocking because for the Chinle crowd, it's I think when it comes to Native American basketball, there's a lot of rivalry against each other. So it's always interesting to see other Native people cheer against other Native teams, while just because of the rivalry behind everything.
And I'll say this: the Navajo Nation is divided. You've got Chinle, you've got Tuba City, you've got Monument Valley, you've got Window Rock, you've got Ganado, and of course all the smaller schools as well. And they're divided. When it comes to the Alchese Falcons, when it comes to the White Mountain Apache tribe, they're united. And they're all together, and they're all going to make it down. It's one giant caravan. This Alchese crowd is unbelievable, but they always are.
It is. It's that's one of the things that you pointed out. Anytime when one of our tribal communities that are next door, they come as one. But up on Navajo, its rivalries are just as if ASU versus U of A. It don't matter if we're all Navajo. They're going to end up cheering against somebody else.
So what part of the Navajo Nation are you from? Where did you go to high school?
I went to Red Mesa High School. So I went to a smaller high school.
Yeah, and up in the far right quadrant up there near the Four Corners.
It is. Even just now cheering for the Window Rock Scouts, it's a little bit difficult, a little bit different, even though they're a lot bigger than Red Mesa. Yeah. And I think it's just one of those things on Navajo where we just take basketball very exciting and we try to cheer for our hometown. So, but in this case, definitely Window Rock is the team for me.
Well, you know, we've been covering with Simmons Media and the Sports Zone, we've been covering, we created a brand called Northland Basketball because we're also in the White Mountains. We had to come up with a brand to encompass everything. So Northland Basketball is both the Navajo Nation's work that we do and the White Mountains area work that we do. So we've been doing this for several years, and we wouldn't trade it for anything. We love it. There's nothing like res ball. There's nothing like basketball in the Navajo Nation. And I see it as an integral part of the society up there. Mr. President, how do you see it? I know that rodeo is great, and there are so many other activities that don't involve rodeo or basketball, whatever. But how do you see basketball and its importance?
I think basketball is so important to our young and our youth, and And I think it gets them out there to learn about team spirit, team sport, and also to learn how to take a loss too. And that's one of the things that's a teaching that's very important, that we got to continue to embrace our losses but make us stronger. And also I just want to shout out to Altashay too, because there's a lot of our Navajo people who live on the White Mountain Apache who are part Navajo, so it's always interesting to be in this area.
It's interesting that you say that. My son goes to Blue Ridge High School, and I was talking with another one of the parents at Blue Ridge. His name is Chi. He is half Navajo, half White Mountain Apache.
And that's got to be tough too. Yeah. But Navajo and basketball is something to always watch. But if you don't mind, I'd love to give a few seconds or a minute or two to Speaker Curley as well.
Absolutely.
The first woman speaker of the Navajo Nation Council.
You bet, you bet. That's the president there. That's Boone Igren, the president. And go ahead and step forward. My name is Floyd Simmons, and you are Crystalline. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Crystalline Curley.
Yes.
Madam Speaker?
Yes, Speaker of the 25th Navajo Nation Council.
Very good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How long have you been in office?
I've been in office for about 2 months and 1 month as the Speaker of the Council.
Wow.
Yeah.
Newly into politics then?
Yeah, I've been working underneath different former leadership for the past 10 years, as a staffer. But having this opportunity to be an elected leader is a whole different level. But just excited to be here today to support our young ladies here today.
Congratulations. What part of the reservation then are you from?
I'm originally from Chinle area, so
okay.
I did go to school at Chinle High School, former Wildcat. I am from a very small community called Fish Point, Arizona, within Salina, Cottonwood area.
Okay, very good. So you're big rivals with Window Rock then?
Oh
okay,
yes, but my husband is a scout, a fighting scout, so we have a split household.
Very good, very good. Now, is it difficult for you to cheer for the Lady Scouts right now as they take on Altasay?
Oh no, my daughter is actually a fighting scout, so I had to support both teams.
Very good, very good. Now, how would you describe the response here, the participation of the fans? And of course, the North well represented here in the semifinals, both the boys and the girls. The Monument Valley boys coming up in a little bit. How would you describe the energy here?
I think this is a celebration of healing, especially post-pandemic. We have a lot of been sheltering in place for the past 2 years, and just being able to come out again and enjoying the sport of basketball, and it's popular within our Navajo culture. So it's just good to be, again, to see fans, relatives, classmates. So it's just a good atmosphere, a lot of energy, packed house today. So it's just good to see that we're supporting our younger people here today.
I'll ask you one more question. You talked about the healing element of it, and I would imagine that all across the Navajo Nation, for the folks that didn't have the privilege of making it down here, back home, however they're watching it, whether they're watching on the NFHS network, whether listening here at the Sports Zone, listening in a number of other locations, including KTNN with their ongoing coverage. There must be a united front everywhere, don't you think? Just so many people taking it in and enjoying it and pulling for not just their own team, but the other teams that represent the North.
Oh, absolutely. We just have that collaborative support of everyone here today, and just being able to see this huge crowd that we have here today, just celebrating with one another, supporting one another. And, like we said, this is the first big crowd that I've been in since the pandemic, and it's good to feel that energy today of having our young people, achieving their athletic abilities and goals here today.
Wonderful. Well, Madam Speaker, it's very good to meet you. Thank you for spending a little time with us, and best wishes to you and your new position, to the President, Boone Igren, and to the great Navajo Nation.
Thank you for having me on air, and just want to say on behalf of the 25th Navajo Nation Council, we just wish all the players good luck and safe travels home.
Teach me one quick word in Navajo that I need to know tonight.
Yego.
I know that one. Yago. I know that one.
Oh,
good. Very good. Well, good to meet you. Enjoy the rest of your evening, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. That is Crystalline Curley. She is the speaker of the Tribal Council. A moment ago, 2 foul shots for Window Rock as we bring you back to the action. And I believe I'm going to have to check and find out who it was that made those foul shots a moment ago. But meanwhile, Jalen Nashio is able to get a shot underneath. The Falcons are storming back, and they're bringing the crowd into this thing. Our score right now, Window Rock 24, Alchesay 19 with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Oh, look at the save from out of bounds by Sherelle Yazzie. The behind-the-back pass directly to Malicia Nelson, who eventually is fouled. That was a wonderful play by Sherelle. And now the official has to get in between a couple of these ladies out there. And we'll see what, there's a conference among officials. We'll see what they decide the call is.
Fouls on number 1, Jalen Nashio, her second. First team foul. Technical fouls been assessed to number 1, Jalen Nashio, her third.
So Jalen Nashio committed a foul, and then committed a technical foul. And Malicia Nelson has committed a technical foul. So these two ladies got into it underneath. There was some pushing and shoving going on. And the officials have decided to try and curtail all of that kind of activity by doing the double technical. Now on a double technical, they don't shoot fouls. And the original foul, which was called on Nashio, is a non-shooting foul. So there will be no shooting, and Window Rock will continue with the basketball and a new shot clock. (24-19), Window Rock in front. They are stopping as the officials go to the scores table to make further interpretation to the scorekeeper. And after everybody has nodded their heads yes, and the official comes over to give Coach Gabby Whitney a brief part of the explanation, we're back to the action inbound for the Lady Scouts. Jada Brown has it. Jada is going to dribble in a couple of steps, kick it back outside to DeVay Willie. You've got Jada, DeVay, Sherelle Yazzie, Malicia Nelson, and then and Asa Raya Begay is out there on the floor as well for Window Rock. There's a three that Nelson can't connect on. It's tipped out by Window Rock, and it will belong to the Alchesay Lady Falcons. 4.5 minutes on the clock. The inbound for the Falcons. Let's see if they can get closer than this 5-point separation here. Backdoor cut, and a fastball thrown by Jaslyn Nosey to try to find Cheyenne Massey along that baseline. It's off her hands, out of bounds. It'll belong to Window Rock, and just like that, Coach Whitney calls a timeout for the Lady Scouts. So we'll grab a timeout as well, everybody. Thanks for joining us. From downtown Phoenix, the Arizona Interscholastic Association 3A State Playoffs. And our broadcast of Northland basketball is presented by Choice Broadband.
With Choice Broadband, you can now get an even better internet plan for your home. Our fastest speeds are only $49.99 per month for the first 6 months. You can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband network for our lowest price yet. Visit one of our Choice NTUA wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
Inbound for the Window Rock Lady Scouts. Outscore Window Rock 24, Alchese 19 with 4 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. And Soraya Bigay has it at the top of the key. Left side to Milicia Nelson. The runner goes up. That shot is no good. And it's rebounded by Jenna Sanchez for the Lady Falcons. Sanchez joins Jaslyn Nosey, Cheyenne Massey, Corey Kosey, and Davelyn Brown in the lineup. Wide open at the top. The defense they left Jazz wide open. She might have been too wide open. The shot was no good. Rebounded by Window Rock. Jada Brown, she'll drive and get fouled. Not a shooting foul. Cheyenne Massey, the lady that committed the contact.
Her first, third team foul. Maya Bigay returns for Window Rock.
Soraya Bigay is lifted by Coach Whitney, and replacing her is Maya Bigay. Here's an inbound pass that gets stolen by the Falcons. Cheyenne Massey with the left hand, up and good for the Falcons. And a steal. Jenna Sanchez, she will attack. That shot is good.
Jenna Sanchez.
And we got a one-point game. Defensive intensity by the Lady Falcons. And another steal. Yes. The Falcon fans are on their feet. Jaslyn Nosey was able to get the ball knocked out of bounds off the Scouts. So now Window Rock is playing not just that tough defending state championship Falcon team. They're starting to play this sixth man for the Falcons. The crowd is ignited right now for Alchese. 15 on the shot clock as Jazz drops it in the paint to Jenna Sanchez. And then Milicia Nelson commits a foul on Cheyenne Massey outside the circle. That's now 3 fouls in the game on Nelson. She'll lead the game. And Soraya Bigay is going to check in for her. And Soraya will join a lineup that includes Sherelle Yazzie, Maya Bigay, Jada Brown. And another shot goes in. So that shot is good for the Falcons, and my view was obstructed. I could not see who made the shot. I had an official standing between me and the basket. I'm not sure who made it. I do know this. The Falcons have taken the lead, 25-24 with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the quarter, and Window Rock will throw it away. They brought it up the floor. More good defense to force Soraya Bigay to throw the ball over the top. And then it was over the top of her teammate as well. I don't think that's exactly what she had in mind, and that's what the result was. So Rick Sanchez, the head coach of the Falcons, and his ladies taking command here in the second half. They've got the basketball into front court. Jalen Nashio at the top. Now Jaslyn Nosey. She will lose the dribble and lose the basketball. It's taken away by Sherelle Yazzie. That was in the last few moments, a rare Window Rock play that they've made. Let's see if they turn that into points and retake the lead right here on this possession. 2 minutes on the clock, third quarter. Out on top, Sherelle Yazzie. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sherelle, she's going to drive and draw the foul. She's going to the foul line after contact. I believe it is going to be the 4th foul of the game. It is the 4th foul on Andrea Suttle.
Andrea Suttle, her 4th, 15 foul. Sherelle Yazzie at the line, shooting 2.
So at the free throw line for Window Rock is Sherelle Yazzie. Those are the Falcon fans cheering because Sherelle missed the foul shot. Let's see if she ties it right here. She's got another one on the way. Both of Yazi's shots were no good. And with 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock in the third quarter, Falcons had it for a moment, but it is stolen by DeVay Willie. Winterrock's got it back. And they will go for the lead right here. Pull-up jump shot. And that's good for Asariah Begay from the right elbow. And then the Scouts steal the inbound pass. So trying to get back the momentum. Winterrock is in front by 1. And Coach Whitney will call timeout. I believe that is going to leave her with 1 timeout left. 1 timeout left. Stand by, everybody. This is Northland basketball here at the Sports Zone. It's brought to you by Choice Broadband. What a game.
With Choice Broadband, you can now get an even better internet plan for your home. Our fastest speeds are only $49.99 per month for the first 6 months. You can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband network for our lowest price yet. Visit one of our Choice NTUA wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Back to the action. And the crowd, they just won't slow down. 1 minute 5 remaining. Third quarter. These teams trying to get to the state championship game. Jada Brown has the ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock, ripped from her hands. Sherelle Yazi on the way in, and she is fouled before she can get there. And the personal foul is going to go against Jalen Nashio.
6th team foul.
So now 26-25, and Cheyenne Massey will come in for the final 50 seconds of the third quarter, replacing Nashio. And the Scouts will throw it in and almost throw it away. Asariah Begay tracks it down. Good hustle by Begay. She's got it at the top. Jaslyn Nosey covering her. It's a 2-3 Falcons zone, and Nosey comes way outside. Pass goes underneath. DeVay Willie could not make the layup. And it's taken back by Winterrock. Great job by Maya Bell Begay. She just battled in there and took the ball right back. Shot clock and game clocker very close. Well, they've turned off the shot clock. Steal. Jaslyn Nosey. Shot good! She stole it and she went coast to coast. And then on the inbound, the Falcons forced a jump ball, got hands on it. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Inbound for the Scouts. Time running out. 2 seconds. Stolen. Falcons can't get a shot away. But they did steal it. They did prevent the opportunity. Closing out the quarter for the Lady Scouts. Can you hear that? Can you hear that crowd? We got 8 minutes left in this big one. Stand by, everybody. The fourth quarter is on the way. Somebody going to the state championship. The Ship will decide that. The Falcons lead Winterrock 27-26. Stand by.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
You may qualify for free internet with Choice Broadband. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
The crowd roars as Janet Sanchez starts the fourth quarter with a big three-point make for Alchese. And then right after the inbound, Sherelle Yazzie is knocked down. She hits the hardwood pretty hard. She was down for a little bit, refusing, by the way, to show any pain or discomfort, but she stayed down there. She was in a lot of pain. Now she's up and goes to the bench. I think we'll see Sherelle back here in just a little bit.
Her first 17 foul. Milicia Nelson at the line.
Milicia Nelson is going to the foul line.
21.
The officials are going to talk to Coach Sanchez of the Falcons for a minute, and now they're done. Whatever it was, got it settled. And 1 out of 2 foul shots for Milicia Nelson. Made the first, missed the second. 30-27. Alchese in front. Knows he has it. For a very long two-point try over the middle, missed the shot, and it's tapped by Massey into the hands of DeVay Willie for Winter Rock. The Scouts will have it. 7:20 remaining in regulation. A Soraya Biguet feeds Milicia Nelson, and she will drive hard. It's a lot of contact, no call. Rebound, Falcons. They got it. And a three-point lead, trying to get back to the championship game. And Janet Sanchez on the drive. Shot is good. And a Falcon foul in backcourt. And the lady that committed the foul is Jazz Nosey. Just 2 fouls though on Jazz, so no real distinct trouble at all.
DeVay Willie at the line. Shooting 1 and 1.
And the 1 and 1 is missed by the Scouts. Up the floor, the drive in the basket. Good for Janet Sanchez. She is fouled as well. Jada Brown committed the foul. Jada will check out with that foul, and Tashyla Allen will come into the game. Sanchez makes the free throw, a three-point play, and Janet has 8 points, all 8 Fighting Falcon points in the fourth quarter. Scouts in trouble, having trouble with the ball. Threw a bad pass, yep. You can see it coming. Too much pressure from Alchese, and they steal it. In the front court, this is Jenna Sanchez with the basketball. Jazz Nosey, a little shimmy move, couldn't get by DeVay Woolley. Trying to get a screen. The pick and roll did not develop, and so it's back outside. 13 on the shot clock for the Falcons. Jazz. And it's going to be tipped away and stolen. Dribble taken away by Malicia Nelson. 5:45, largest lead of the game for the Falcons right now. And underneath, the shot is good. To Chinle Allen able to get that shot. Scouts needed it. Malicia Nelson got the assist. 5:27 remaining in regulation. 35-29. And it's Jenna Sanchez again. She's turned into a scoring machine in the fourth quarter for the Falcons. 12 points overall, 10 of that right here in the quarter. Drive by Nelson, the dish, and the basket. DeVay Woolley this time. Gets the make for her team. Up the floor. Jaslyn Nosey missed the shot, got it back. She shovels one outside. And the Falcons will work with the basketball. Sanchez, drive, throw it up there. That shot no good this time. I think that's the first shot attempt in the fourth quarter she hasn't made. 37-31, Alchese. DeVay Woolley on the baseline for the Scouts. She missed it, came up short and then tapped it out of bounds. Well, the Lady Scouts are not short of effort. I mean, they are battling as hard as they can, but it's the Falcons with the success, and it's Jenna Sanchez who has turned into the fourth quarter hero right now for Alchese.
Timeout, Alchese.
Falcons want a timeout. Coach Sanchez going to talk it over with his ladies. And we'll grab this timeout, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is Northland Basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
If this harsh winter makes it seem like the old groundhog saw his shadow and his cousin Fred's shadow and the shadow of some random groundhog in a van down by the river, then maybe it's time to head to Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for another bag of ice melt, some wood pellets, or maybe a trusty new snow shovel. Don't forget to pick up some birdseed while you're there because the prices are so low that the birdseed is flying off the shelf at Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Ace Hardware wishes good luck to the Sholo Cougars and the Alchese Falcons at the 3A State Tournament.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
The Fighting Scouts will inbound the ball to start this final 4 minutes and 25 seconds of the fourth quarter. Sherelle Yazzie into Malicia Nelson, back to Sherelle, and then outside, Maybell Begay wide open for the three. She banked it in, but it counts all the same. And that's a big window rock make. They get the Alchese lead back down to 3 points. And a backcourt violation. Pass to Jenna Sanchez. The official said she stepped back across half court after receiving the basketball. So, Scouts get it back right here. Malicia to inbound the ball. She gets it in to Sherelle Yazzie. Sherelle back to Malicia. And then Malicia is going to get a pass. Return pass from the teammate to Chinle Allen, and then inside a jump ball is called. The Falcons are going to get
Possession of Window Rock.
the basketball. No, Window Rock's going to get the basketball. Scouts will throw it in, 3:46 remaining in regulation. Somebody here is going to take on Show low tomorrow for the girls 3A state championship. And we're going to find out who it is. Here's the drive. And that is thrown up there by Sherelle Yazzie. She is on her way to the foul line. That is Jaslyn Nosey trying to stay with her. And Jazz has 3 fouls in the game now. 37 to 34. Falcons, but Sherelle is going to try to help the team's cause right here. And that she does. First free throw is good. Second free throw is off the mark. Here come the Falcons up the floor with the basketball, and a nice bounce pass to Davelyn Brown on the baseline, but she couldn't make the shot. Rebound, Malicia Nelson. Surrounded by defenders, gets the pass away somehow. And then Jaslyn Nosey steals it, can't scoop it up and make it. Maya Belbigay tries to steal it back. These ladies are just fighting it out for the basketball. And finally a whistle. And I think a whistle a little bit too late. I think there were 2 or 3 fouls committed before finally Corey Kosei gets whistled for the Falcons. That is 10 team fouls on the Falcons, so double bonus from this point on. That foul is whistled with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in regulation. Alchesay 37, Window Rock 35. At the line is Maya Belbigay. Well, there's something to be said about officials letting the teams play, but there has been so much physical play and contact in the final. In the last, in this entire quarter. I think they're letting it get a little bit too much out of hand. 1 out of 2 at the line for Maya Belbigay. So, Alchesay leads by 1. Corey Kosei, the drive! The left-hand runner is good off the glass. Huge shot by Corey, and a steal by Janet Sanchez, and the Falcons are running again. On the baseline. Jalen Nashio outside to Janice Sanchez. Now 3. It was close. Didn't go in. And the Falcons are going to throw one, save one in front of their bench. They've got the basketball. 2:35 remaining. 39-36. Falcons in front. Corey Kosei. Wow. She saved an errant pass going into backcourt. She hustled it down. Great play. Jalen Nashio, she was bumped by Malicia Nelson. And Malicia just fouled out of the game. Malicia is done. Well, how does Window Rock get it done without their best player? We'll see about it. A lot of this responsibility now falls on the shoulders of Sherelle Yazzie. She is going to have to take over as the undisputed floor leader. She's one of the 2 captains and leaders of this team, but now it's up to Sherelle to lead the way. Alchesay 39, Window Rock 36. And we're going to get a blocking foul on Sherelle.
Number 23, Sherelle Yazzie.
That's 3 fouls in the game now on Sherelle. Jada Brown has come back in for Window Rock. And we got 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in regulation. Inbound to Jaslyn Nosey. It's tipped out of her hands, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. That is going to be Alchesay's basketball. One way or the other, Maya Belbigay laid out in an effort to try and get that ball, and so did Jazz. Two great individual efforts by these 2 ladies, and the ball got punched out of bounds. The official took his time in deciding where that ball is going to go, because I don't know how you could make a definitive decision on that. Who got the hands on it? They were both diving after it, and it did go out of bounds. So the Falcons are going to have it. 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes remaining now in the fourth quarter. And our score, 39-36. Alcisse in front. I'm just checking to see if hopefully our live stream is still up as far as our audio goes, and I don't blame you if you're overwatching or if you've departed to go and watch the live video on the NFHS, and I hope that's working for you. Meanwhile, 2 minutes remain. 2 minutes left in this one. Window Rock is battling, trying to stay in it. Alicia Nelson is no longer on the floor for Window Rock. The inbound. Jazz Nosey has it across the timeline on the left side. And that's going to be a foul on Sherelle Yazzie. And Sherelle Yazzie is fouled out of the game now.
Replacing Yazzie for the Scouts.
Sherelle ran into a screen. And that is the end of the line for Sherelle Yazzie. She goes out emotionally distraught. 1:52 remaining. And it's going to be up to Jada Brown and Asaraya Begay. Maya Bell Begay to Shyla Allen for the Lady Scouts. Maya Bell loses it. Corey Kosei, great defense. That's a takeaway for the Falcons. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Still 39-36. Falcons don't really care about scoring a ton of points here in these final seconds. They just want to make sure they score on the possessions, right? There's a drive, and Jennings Sanchez. Shot is good off the glass. Window Rock running out of time, running out of chances. They're down by 5. DeBay Willie outside to Jada Brown, and Jada gets fouled on her jump shot. That is Jalen Nashio who committed the foul. That might be her fifth foul. Yep, she just fouled out. So she is done, she is gone, and that will send Jada Brown to the line for the Scouts. Well, they've still got time, the Scouts do. If Jada makes 2 foul shots, they get it back to a 3-point game. They've just got to finish out. It won't take a miracle at this point. They've just got to finish out strong. Meanwhile, the Falcons, they got a break right there because Jada Brown just missed the first of the foul shots, so that one's no good. Falcons will be in front by at least 2 possessions after this foul shot. She missed it, and the rebound is tipped to Jaslyn Nosey. And then knocked out of bounds by Window Rock. 51.8 seconds left. Alcisse 41, Window Rock 36. Janet Sanchez, and she throws it away. Well, that's a bad pass, and there's a lot of time for Window Rock, but they've got to make the plays. So they're going to get an inbound. And they bring it into Asaraya Begay. Scouts need a shot here. Maya Bell Begay on the baseline, back outside to Asaraya. 36 seconds. Got to work for a shot. And a pass that gets thrown over Maya Bell, taken away by Davalin. And the Scouts are going to have to now foul. Got to get out and foul. And then they foul Jazz Nosey. Well, I'm not sure there's anybody on that Falcon team that you want to foul. But I know who you don't want to foul. This young lady right here, Jaslyn Nosey. She goes to the foul line for the Scouts. She can put this thing on ice right here, I think. And the first one is good for Jazz. That is 11 points in the game for Nosey. Her teammate, Janice Sanchez, has owned the fourth quarter. And the second foul shot's no good. Tomorrow for the title. In a moment, we'll talk with Janet Sanchez. I think we'll talk to Coach Rick Sanchez as well. We usually get a visit from the coach, and we would not turn away the chance to hear what he has to say. The radio station KNNB from White River. They are seated right next to us, and I'm sure they want to talk to their hometown team. So I think we're probably going to be sharing guests here in our postgame.
Now that this game has concluded.
Photo opportunity out there for the Falcons right now, and we'll talk with Janet Sanchez. 12 points in the fourth quarter. She took over, and it started with a big three-point basket at the beginning of the quarter. And from there, it just kept on going. Folks, you're listening across the White Mountains on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. Here comes Coach Sanchez, here comes Janet. Let's talk to our player of the game first. Well, what a game today. And our Sports Zone Radio player of the game is Jeneth Sanchez. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Jeneth, congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel right now?
It feels good. It feels good to be back where we were last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were part of that championship team last year. You get to go give it a shot again. What a great comeback for your team. And it's amazing, this crowd, right?
Yeah.
The Falcon faithful. Once you started that comeback, they would not let up. What do you have to say about the Falcon fans?
They're our sixth man. They're going to support us no matter what. They're going to lift us up. They're going to encourage us, and they do help us when we're on the court. And with the atmosphere that they bring, it lifts us up and it lifts our spirits up to keep going.
It's hard for me to imagine that there is any single team other than Alchester that has a better group of fans, a bigger, more committed fan base that doesn't do it. They never stop cheering. Boy, that had to be something for you.
Yeah, it was.
Let me ask you about your fourth quarter. You scored 12 points in the fourth quarter. You start with that big shot from the outside, and then you just kept going to work. What got into you in that fourth quarter? You were playing on fire.
In the locker room, he said if we want it, then we have to prove that we want it. And I really wanted it, so I just let the mistakes go, toughened up on defense, and when I saw the lane, I took it, and when I had the shot, I took it.
Jeneth, that was amazing. We're so proud of you and happy for you. Now you get to play Sholo in the championship tomorrow. You got to be ready for that?
Yeah.
I'll bet you are. All right, congratulations. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
All right, Jeneth Sanchez, she led the team in scoring with 14 points, and she and the Lady Falcons, they end up outlasting the Window Rock Fighting Scouts by a final score today of 44-36. Let's talk to the winning head coach, Rick Sanchez. Joins us now from the Alchester Falcons. Coach, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Glory to God. He did it again for us. The girls, they played tremendous. We had a rough first half, but we told them at half, hey, you got it in you. You go out there and play our game. And we played Window Rock game the first half. We came back. Jeneth, Jazz, everybody, man, just came through. That defense was tough.
No doubt. Your defense was really kind of unbelievable, Coach, and a win as the validation of that great defense that you played. But I want to ask you about Jen. That fourth quarter, 12 points.
She's done it for us all year. Last year, when she was a freshman and we got the quarterfinal as a freshman, she went in and scored 8 points for us. That's just what she does. She's tough. As Coach, well as being the valedictorian probably this year.
Oh, no kidding. So she's smart as well.
You betcha.
Coach, you've got Jen. Jen she's a veteran of last year's championship team. So is Jazz. Yeah. So are some of the other ladies. How does this team compare to last year's championship?
They're a little bit different in the fact that we don't have Brandy, and we didn't have much leadership at the start, but Jazz and Jeneth have come around, and they kind of co-leader, and that's been the difference. Last year was just we just depended on Brandy when it got tough. Brandy led us, whether it was on defense, offense, but now we got these other girls, and they're just working together. But Jeneth and Jazz, it's become their team, yeah. And they've really just worked at it so that everybody shares.
Coach, you're making a habit out of getting to that championship game. You gonna have fun tomorrow?
Oh, it's going to be a great fun tomorrow. Love it. I love this atmosphere. I love our fans. You know, we have the best fans in the world. We got, they say the sixth man. That's about 6,000 there. I love it.
And I was going to say, however many fans you had tonight, that's probably going to be another 20, 30, 40% more fans tomorrow, right?
They're just going to say, somebody on the radio down there is going to say, hey, the last one in town, close the gates.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Rick Sanchez is the head coach of the Alchester Lady Falcons, and they are 44-36 winners of this semifinal game over Window Rock. So Alchester is headed to the championship game, everybody. They'll take on Sholo at 4 o'clock tomorrow here at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. All right, we've got another game on tap. It's a big one. Yes, indeed. The Monument Valley Boys get set to take on American Leadership Academy of Ironwood in a boys semifinal. The winner of that game goes to play tomorrow. Well, they stay here. They'll play tomorrow 6 p.m. tomorrow night against Valley Christian, the top seed in the boys championship game. Whatever you do, don't leave your seats, okay? We'll come back in a moment. Look for another live video on our YouTube channel, and I would just encourage you. I know for some people it's not working out great, but just do that NFHS thing. You'll enjoy watching the live video. We'll see you again here in just a moment, everybody.
This has been Northland Basketball, an exclusive presentation of Sports Zone Radio. Listen online at SportsZone123.com and download the Sports Zone Radio app for your smartphone and listen wherever you go. Join us again for the next broadcast of Northland Basketball.